Hello everyone, I know this is a little bit different of an intro than maybe what you're used to on the channel, but like the title says, this is going to be 4 super forms versus 4 different titans. So every single titan that I'm going to be battling here is going to feature a different character mod that has a different super form in store for us. So that's exactly what we're going to showcase in today's video. So the first mod that I'm actually going to be showcasing is actually going to be inspired after the Sonic Adventure model. So you can see that he has the Lightspeed ring around him, and also the Lightspeed dash shoes that you see in Sonic Adventure or even Sonic Adventure DX, depending on which version you've played. And he also has the Adventure quills behind them there, but he is overall more high quality, which is a really cool touch with the mod as well. And overall, he looks super pretty, but we're going to eventually switch to a different mod when it comes to going to a different titan here. So obviously the first titan that we're going to go off against is Giganto, and then we'll move on to Wyvern and so on. We'll go against Knight and then versus Supreme. So we'll kind of try to keep it in order with everything, and try to keep that going as well. But this Adventure Sonic mod actually looks super pretty. I'd actually really like to kind of see more of like a higher quality type of Sonic Adventure model. Even if they decided to, like remaster Sonic Adventure or anything like that, I think it'd be really cool to kind of see something similar to this or different, models like that. It's always been interesting, that they've always brought back, like the soap shoes in this game and everything like that. But why not bring back, the Lightspeed shoes or like, I think it's called the Crystal Ring that you get in Sonic Adventure that makes your Lightspeed dash faster. It'd be really cool to kind of, see that within the game. But there you go, we've landed on the final blow to Giganto here, and then we're going to blow through him with Adventure Sonic, and I actually really like the touch with the Crystal Ring. It looks super nice with everything. But like I was saying earlier on, we're going to jump into Wyvern with a different character mod that you may have seen in the thumbnail. So we're going to jump over to that, and I'm going to go ahead and switch the mods over. Alright, so here we are in front of Wyvern here, and you can see that I switched the character mod over to Shadow, so everyone's favorite emo hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog. So I switched it over to him. As you can kind of see, within the, thumbnail that I created for the video, I'm trying to show off, the different hedgehogs, so Sonic, Silver, and Shadow. And I decided to, do Shadow against Wyvern just to kind of show him off kind of more in a sandy area. I feel like that would be a little bit more fitting for him. And I have yet to really, play with this model, but it actually looks like he got his jet shoes to actually, like, appear like they're actually on within the mod, which is a super cool touch, and overall, that's pretty insane. I've never actually really seen that even, like, within Generations mods, where he's able to get, the, rocket shoes to work on the bottoms. It's crazy how far modding has already come, so early on within Sonic Frontiers. Like, he's already got his skating form. I believe some of his voice clips are already in the game. Everything about this looks exactly like you're just playing, like, almost like a Shadow DLC at this point. It looks great. But I'm really interested to, see what his super form looks like here. It's something that I'd really like, to actually come back in a Sonic game. Even though we've gotten Shadow and, like, Forces and stuff like that, we actually haven't seen his super form in a really long time. I want to say we haven't seen it since Shadow the Hedgehog was the last time we saw his super form, which is kind of crazy to think because it was such, like, a big thing in Adventure 2 and that Shadow the Hedgehog game. Even though a lot of people, don't like to play Shadow the Hedgehog, I don't think it's too bad. I will say that, like, the repetitiveness is pretty crazy within that game, having to go back and play stages at least 3 times or more. I think that's pretty crazy in terms of having to go back and play those. And there we go. There is Super Shadow, which looks super sick. He looks really well done, actually. There was another Shadow mod that I had downloaded originally, and I'm not like hating or anything like that, but there was I like tested it out to see how well his super form was, but it just did not look nearly as good as what this one was. So I definitely decided to go with this mod here. I'll link all of the creators of all the mods that I'm using within this video in the description below is what I'll do. And let me know if you want to see more videos like this, if you want to see, videos with multiple, characters or different super forms within a video. It's definitely a lot of fun to do, and it's really fun to, see all the different mods that are actually within inside of Frontiers. I was looking at, kind of the website that you usually go to download most of the mods, and I think there's like over like 300 different like character mods within the game already, which is absolutely insane. It's crazy how much, people are creating mods for this game, and it's going to continue to get bigger, throughout the game, and especially with like the DLC and everything like that coming up, I can about imagine just, what they have in store for that type of stuff. Which is going to be super cool to see, how, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy actually play within the game. I'm super excited to see that. I'm hoping that, they are similar to some of the previous games, like the adventure games. But I really like to see, you know, some different, you know, move sets for them and different animations and everything with those characters. I think it would look really nice. Alright, and here we are in Wyvern's second phase. And I've played these, you know, boss fights a few times, even throughout the channel and just on my own time and everything like that. And it's more and more, you know, the better you get with playing this game. Honestly, it's kind of funny how big of like a pushover these Titans honestly are. Just because of the fact, because you can literally parry anything as long as you know like the timing and what they're going to do. Sure, the first time that you're going to play through it, you're kind of, you know, in the unknown where you're just not really expecting anything to happen through it. But now that I kind of like know what they're going to do, you know, I know Wyvern's going to hit twice in that certain phase. It's a thing like, it's so easy to, you know, did I just miss that? I accidentally pressed square too early. But it's way too easy to know, you know, what's going on, and it's so easy to, you know, predict and just dodge everything that Wyvern throws out, and even all the other Titans. And it's kind of crazy how much damage Sonic actually does to them. Like, he does a few kicks to them, and, like, they're genuinely, like, really getting hurt, which is pretty crazy. Like, I beat this fight in a really fast time, and even, like, the Giganto fight, I destroyed that boss so fast, and I think this is the final cutscene already. Like, it's crazy. Oh man, we really need another Super Shadow boss fight. Like, Super Shadow is actually so cool, and I actually love Shadow's abilities with the Chaos Spear and Chaos Blast. I really wish that Sega would do something with that again, whether it be, you know, another Shadow the Hedgehog game. Just don't do, like, guns and swearing and stuff like this time around. But it'd be really cool to see, you know, another Shadow the Hedgehog game that, you know, featured more of a typical Sonic game, even like Frontiers or maybe even like Generations in a way. But it's only focused around Shadow and kind of like a story that he has. I think that could be really cool. Or it'd be really cool to, you know, maybe do like an origin story for Shadow where like the game starts off where he's like in the arc and you're running around the arc and everything like that. And then, you know, progressing throughout maybe his life, you know, going through some Adventure 2, going through some new stuff. I think that could actually be really sick. I think a new Shadow the Hedgehog game could actually do really well, as long as it wasn't like the previous one, you know, where you're doing guns and everything like that and swearing. And it is a little bit different. It's a little bit weird and super repetitive with like the hero, the normal, and like the dark story. Like, there's too much going on in Shadow the Hedgehog, but I think they could do it really right now. Alright, so here we are against Knight with the third and last Hedgehog here, with Silver the Hedgehog here. And if you actually notice, this mod is actually considered a authentic Silver mod, where he's actually able to fly and everything like that. I'm not able to fly directly up, but once you jump and kind of hold the boost button, he just continues to fly, which is crazy. And I actually really like that, and I can't wait to, you know, see some more like different mods that kind of, you know, make characters more true to themselves. And oh no, I just lost all my rings. Okay, back to where I was, because last attempt I just completely lost all my rings because I was not paying attention and I was paying way too much attention to me talking about the mod, which is kind of funny. So, but I love the way that the Silver actually looks. He looks super good. His boost aura is like that teal, like light blue of his psychokinesic powers, which looks really cool. And I haven't actually really seen much of his super form. I tested it out once and it looked really nice, but I kind of want to see it again. Yeah, it actually looks really nice. Okay. I like that. And if you're wondering why I chose Silver for Knight, it is 100% because he is exactly like Future Trunks and I want to see him use the sword. That is exactly what I'm doing here. 100%. That is exactly the mindset I had against this fight. Is like, I'm gonna make him like Future Trunks and have him hold the sword and just destroy Knight. It would actually be kind of cool to see like a Sonic character, you know, feature like a sword as like a battle item in a way. I know that there's that one like fan-made thing where Sonic has like a red sword. Isn't it like a Final Fantasy type of fan-made thing? I could be wrong on that. I know that there's a mod in this game for it and everyone was talking about it when he picks up the sword in this boss battle. But I think that's like the only time I've ever seen like a true sword be used in it. It's kind of crazy that like no Sonic characters use any type of like weapons, whether it be like a staff or like a spear or anything like that. And I guess maybe that's not like super family friendly in a way. I guess I'm not sure in terms of what, you know, Sonic Team views that like. Maybe that's just not something that, you know, that they're really interested in, is giving, you know, Sonic characters weapons. As we were saying with the Shadow mod, it didn't do too well last time when they gave Shadow a gun. But if there is any character that I really want to be, you know, playable again, it is 100% Silver the Hedgehog. I genuinely actually really enjoy his story inside of 06 in terms of like gameplay wise, I mean, obviously besides like the glitches and everything like that you know, 06, you know, struggles in, but I would say overall with like Silver, but I would say, you know, overall I think he could do really well. I don't think that he deserves to be super slow like he is in, you know, 06. I know that the Project 06 team changed that up a little bit within their, you know, fan-made game, where he's more of like a flying type in a way, where he's kind of hovering with the psychokinetic powers, which is really cool and makes him a lot faster. Like, if you watch that first cutscene with Silver when he's in Crisis City, you know, in Sonic 06, he literally, like, is just as fast as Sonic when he's flying within that cutscene, and I don't understand why they ended up changing that. There was a video I did where I fought all of these bosses in extreme mode, basically, in the Hedgehog May Cry mod. I had said that this was probably my favorite boss fight. I don't know if it is anymore. I don't know. I feel like it is so annoying to like hop on the shield and everything like that. I think it has the best like cinematic ending, and maybe that's why I was being a little bit biased with it, is because of like the whole picking up the sword and he slices them all the way through. But I would say like the whole sword and like riding on that and everything like that. And the second phase is cool, or you kind of like knock it back like this, even though I missed like a dummy. There we go. I can't even hit him. But like, I would say like it's a little repetitive with like the, you know, the shield and everything like that. I would much rather do something else, like where we're just kind of hitting him like Giganto. Or even like the Wyvern fight where we're just, you know, we're blocking it, that's fine, but then we just hit him, right? No, you gotta like hop on the shield, and then he hits you back, and then you might not even get back, and then you gotta go hit him again. It's so annoying. Like, I will say none of these boss fights are bad, right? None of them are bad, but I don't even know if this is like a hot take, but I will say that Sonic Frontiers continues, you know, to get worse, I want to say, as you play the game. It almost feels like they put all their time and effort in the first two worlds, and then it's like the second, or the third, fourth, and fifth, it seems like it's a little bit more lazier, or it's almost like not as enjoyable. You know, I think that this island, and I'm gonna butcher all of the island names because I don't really remember all the names. There's like Rhea Island, and I don't know. But like this island with the lava, it's so weird to kind of like maneuver around in the island that it almost makes it just like not really all that fun to like play the island in a way. Like the first two islands are so much fun to run through because it's such a big open world. But this has like those different weird like islands spread out, and you have to find the specific rail to get over to one. It can definitely get annoying. And I'm sure some people are going to take the wrong way, where I'm saying, well, you're saying Frontiers is bad at the end of the game. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying compared to the first two worlds, it's not nearly as good. And let's be honest, the ending with that whole like spaceship, Space Invaders type minigame is so bad. Like, no. Like, don't do that, Sega. I just messed it up because I'm talking way too much here. I died! What the f... Alright, I think I'm kind of back to where I originally was before I was rudely interrupted by a big ol' sword, you know, digging me straight into the side of the walls here. But, like I was kind of saying, you know, on the topic of, like, hot takes and everything like that, I've kind of been thinking about doing kind of like a video. I don't know if I'm going to do it for, like, the next video, or eventually I think I want to do it, where it's just basically me just saying the most random, like, hot takes, you know, and they'll probably, you know, be genuine hot takes that I have with the Sonic series, but I don't know. I think it's just kind of fun, and I think a lot of people get way too, like, you know, bent out of shape when it comes to, you know, people having different opinions about Sonic things, or not having, like, the popular opinion, right? You know, even with, like, games, you know, it's like, oh, well, it's cool to hate Unleash, but now it's not cool to hate Unleash. I think it'd be kind of cool, you know, for me to voice some of my hot takes. And I would say I don't have, like, some crazy hot takes. Like, I'm not going to be like, well, Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric is an amazing game, actually. Like, I'm not going to say something like that. But there are definitely some things that I think that should be done within the series that I definitely have some opinions on. I think that's just like, a cool thing to have, you know? I think it's cool that the Sonic community has so many different opinions in a way, to the point where it's like we're so diverse when it comes to those different things, and I need to pay attention because I'm not, my like webcam is here, but you'll notice my gameplay is right here, so I am like struggling to like talk to you guys and then like pay attention to what's going on in the game that I don't want to get crushed again and have to restart, because when you die, I didn't realize you have to restart from the literal beginning and collect the Chaos Emerald again. I had no idea that that was a thing. Ooh, Silver's model looks so good. He even has like the, you know, the yellow bottoms that he has when he goes super. I love that. His super form, I think, looks so nice. Super nice. I don't know. It's like arguably my favorite super form. And I think I've said that before in like past videos, but it looks so nice. Like, come on, bring us a playable game that we can play as Silver as the main character. It would be so nice. They could do so many cool things with the psychokinetic powers. Like, come on. Like, that would be so cool. Like, look at this. Oh, literally future Trunks right there, if anyone's seen Dragon Ball Z. I mean, most Sonic fans have probably seen Dragon Ball Z. I think they're so similar in the sense that, like, what Sonic fan or Dragon Ball fan doesn't like Sonic or like the other, you know? Like, it's almost like a guarantee at this point. Ooh, he looks so good. Alright, so here we are in front of Supreme right away. So last but certainly not least, we have Hypersonic, which I decided that would be a, you know, really good looking, you know, mod to, you know, finish it off. Something about the way Hypersonic looks just always was so beautiful to me. I think it's definitely a super form that, you know, we deserve to see back. And I know that some people, you know, don't agree in the sense that maybe we should get like a different super form besides Hypersonic in a way. I think Sonic should get some different type of form, you know? I don't think it should be like crazy, like Super Saiyan 3 looking. I think that there should be, you know, a new super form that, you know, makes Sonic a little bit more powerful to be able to do crazier things. But it's also a thing I watched a video and, you know, I'm trying to remember who exactly said it. And wow, he looks crazy like that. But he had said that it almost seems like that Super Sonic should almost just progress in a way. And you can notice that in even this game that he progresses with like his different abilities that he has. So like the after images that he does with like the kicks in the air, you know, like those key blasts that he shoots out of his feet. There's like the balls up here around him, which are really cool. That is like definitely a cool thing. You know, it'd be cool to, you know, see him continue to get new stuff and everything like that. And I think that's a really good thing that this game really did well at, is this overall made Sonic get a lot more moves and overall different moveset when it comes to, you know, everything that he does. And I think that'd be really cool. Now all we need is a Smash update, you know, that just updates and gives Sonic all his Frontiers abilities. That would actually be sick. It'd be really cool, you know, if there is another Smash that comes out, which I'm sure there probably will be. I know Sakurai says that he's gonna retire, but who knows? But it would be really cool, you know, see what Sakurai and, you know, the Smash team could do to Sonic with all of his, you know, new abilities that he's gotten from Frontiers. It would be really cool, and I think he'd be super overpowered, giving him more like ranged attacks and everything like that. And to be fair, like, I main Sonic obviously because I love Sonic and Smash, but it'd be really cool to see him have, you know, more ranged attacks, or just attacks where he's not, you know, spin dashing or homing attack all the time. It's like, it feels kind of lazy in a way. There's so many different things you could have done. If you've ever played like Project M, which is like a mod of Smash Brawl, his like spike where he does like the big kick over is like super sick, and I think that they did an amazing job with that. It'd be really cool to see them switch his moveset around. And ooh, Hypersonic looks so good. He looks like an ice pop. I don't know. He's so blue. It's so cool looking. Did I really just call him an ice pop? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I'm not doing the final thing. I'm not doing this little Space Invader thing. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. It's kind of crazy how fast I beat him. It is really crazy how fast Hypersonic just destroys him. So there you have it. That is the 4 Titans versus the 4 super forms within this video. There's a few modders that I'd like to thank for creating these amazing mods within this video. And that's going to be Strike, Orbyy, Knola, Imaddi, They Call Me _Pin, Masticalo, and Cools for creating these amazing mods in the video. But with all that being said, guys, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified when I do upload. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.